Hello guys, and today on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration as the next US president, Ukrainian drones continue to demilitarize Russia. They have visited a number of important military objects, including one very big in Kazan, that is an aviation construction plant that is responsible for the development of two bombers. It was loud, and it is also a very meaningful message to those people who are worried that after the inauguration of Donald Trump, Ukraine will have to give up. No, we are continue working on the defeat of the Kremlin. And to those who believe that with the Trump's presidency, the war will end in 48 hours with Ukrainian victory, we are continue working on that. And here is the conclusion. Despite so many really important politicians and global leaders, it is the people who can actually change the course of history. And that's exactly what we are doing here in Ukraine, at least for the last 3 years, destroying the myth of great and invincible Russia and protecting world democracies from the expansion of this evil. So let's continue our geography lessons, discovering more of the destroyed military objects in Russia on the day of inauguration of Donald Trump. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia and also protect yourself against the hybrid warfare and perhaps borrow some of the useful Ukrainian experience, subscribe. We discuss all of that on the channel. Congratulations to the American people. The new period in your and our life begins. No one knows how it will turn out, but our task is to remain active citizens and the defenders of freedom, choice, I don't know, anything that you truly consider valuable, because we all know now freedom is not for free. And it's worth defending. Ukrainian drones have visited a number of Russian regions, including Bryansk, including KALUGA, but the most important event took place in Kazan, which is the capital of Tatarstan, a republic that once wanted and actually did a lot to become independent from Moscow in the 90s, but then was suppressed by the Kremlin dictators. Right now, there are lots of military production plants, facilities, drone construction plants, military depots there, and that's why Ukrainian drones have to visit it quite often. So this night we've targeted an aviation construction plant, the one that is responsible for the construction, as you can guess from the name, and development of TUs. We all know that TUs are evil bombers. We often read about them in air raid alerts, understanding what they carry. So any TU destroyed or any capacity for the development and maintenance of these bombers destroyed is always good news and means more Ukrainian lives saved. And not only like Ukrainian, because first of all, there are lots of brave people from different corners of the world who fight for our country in the International Legion, for example. There are lots of missions that visit Ukraine and are under constant threat because Russia does not respect any conventions or even rules of war. And also, if not stopped in Ukraine, believe me, the Kremlin is ready to move forward. And today, when I was reading various pessimistic thoughts about the new presidency of Trump, I've heard a lot of people in the European Union fearing that Moldova and the Baltics are actually the next if the United States abandon their obligations in NATO. I personally do not think this will happen, just because it's not good for the United States too. You know, everything is so interconnected that we cannot even imagine how much we actually need each other. Subscribe, because we also need each other. Demonstrate your solidarity with the people of Ukraine and all freedom-loving people, and learn some useful tips how to survive in this very turbulent times. And one of the best recipes is, of course, to keep defeating and demilitarizing global evil. Unfortunately, they are shaping the axis, including Iran, including North Korea, including China. And I do hope that somehow the new term of Donald Trump will help us defeat that evil. For example, in his inauguration speech that I watched attentively, he promised to develop more oil production capacities inside the United States, gas and oil. I see that many EU countries now want to substitute Russian gas with the American one, and hopefully this will crash the Russian economy that is totally dependent on oil and gas. So maybe even accidentally, the actions of Donald Trump will lead to the further collapse of the Federation. Though today Putin tried to congratulate the new US president, and many started speaking about the need to speak with him, to make a call, to organize a meeting. And I personally dislike it a lot because this legitimizes Putin, stops his serious isolation, and is kind of equal to what Fico and Orban did, illustrating that he is still a politician when in reality he is the most wanted and the bloodiest dictator and war criminal right now. And perhaps I want to quote this really important and fun message that I've read on X, saying that the war will end not when Trump and Putin meet, but when Putin and Gaddafi meet. And of course, I sincerely wish this meeting to happen sooner. The sooner, the better. Another thing I may promise to all of you guys, that here in Ukraine, we are strong, we are determined to defeat Russia. We know we can do it. We have surprised the world in 2022 when nobody gave us a chance. We are same strong, more experienced, extremely determined not to pass on this war to the future generations of Ukrainians. And that is why any ceasefire, any frozen conflicts, or giving territories for killing Ukrainians and destroying our lives, I don't feel it's just, and most importantly, it's totally insane. Because this will lead to further aggression. You know that bullies work like that. The worst mistake one can make is appease the evil. Just read the history, 1938, you know. And I keep talking about that on the channel. That's why if you want to be like prepared, hopefully you won't need it, but it's always better to be alert, because they say that prevention is better than cure. So subscribe, join the community of the channel. Remember to join me on Instagram, on X, Blue Sky, Threads, and we have a nice Discord community. Also check our merch shop for lots of good items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. And answer the question in comments. I genuinely have this question as I watched the inauguration, and I believe many of you did. How do you think, why did Melania Trump choose such an unusual look? Because I have watched a number of photos where Trump literally cannot kiss her because of her hat, and I had this feeling it was intentional. Moreover, on the majority of the photos, half of her face is hidden. So do you think she did it intentionally, or that's just my Ukrainian interpretation? So let me know in the comments below. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel, and demonstrating me that this international friendship, international unity, support, understanding, and this close and very equal understanding of what is important, or what is justice, what is love, what is truth, is universal. And in dark times, in promising times, all of you give me this feeling of hope and love. Today is not a good day for me personally, because this is the second anniversary since my mom is gone. So those of you who believe in God, please just pray for her. This will mean a lot to me. You know, I love you. You are an extended family. You're not subscribers, you're friends. We are community, and I value that greatly. I am very happy to have you in my life, and so is Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!